what might be helpful to understand is that for a great many people, life is about as far from normal as it can possibly get. And even though those that you encounter in your day-to-day goings about appear to be sustaining and managing themselves just fine, inside, most of these people are suffering greatly. And so it is that we would like to encourage you to sort of ramp up your ability to be compassionate about with all the people that you encounter. Those that annoy you are simply trying their very best to be their very best in the face of impossible for them circumstances. And so the need for compassion and for the thought to come up, this person requires my love. Let me send out love everywhere I go, is going to be far more important, especially in the ensuing days, because now that the year has, so to speak, changed and you're into a new year, everybody sort of expects everything to sort of lift and get normal and get happy again. And you've got another few months really of difficulty ahead of you. So it's not going to shift and switch so readily until probably April. Things are going to be confined and restricted and difficult. Starting in April, as the weather warms up most places in the world and people are able to be safely out of doors more, that's going to help. But what's really going to help is the progression of the virus itself is going to be sort of on its downward trend. Now, we understand that your medical professionals are projecting into the fall of this year before things are really back to normal. And that may be, but what they are projecting is it's going to take that long for enough people to get vaccinated that the populace will feel safe, the governments will feel safe in lifting all of the restrictions on everything. But the truth is that starting around April, things are going to lighten up and relax, and more businesses are going to start opening. People are going. The biggest difficulty for most entities is that they are not working. But most entities require occupation, require a job, not even necessarily a profession, but their identity is very much wrapped up in the work that they do. And they do not have, most people do not have the resources of imagination to create for themselves productive and satisfying occupation without the job, so to speak. And that is largely because they are not raised to think that they have permission or capability of coming up with that on their own, which is another reason to extend love and compassion to all. It is so full of possibility, this period of time. This is so full of possibility for the expansion of imagination and inventiveness. And many people have, in fact, discovered that for and about themselves and come up with very satisfying solutions. But society tells them that they need to be working a job in order to be a contributing member of that society. And so when they are not, their sense of themselves is greatly diminished. And so compassion, compassion, compassion. Do you understand?